An emergency, by the way, at the southern border declared by President Donald Trump today.
At the same time, no government shutdown. At the last minute here, the president speaking in the White House Rose Garden, saying he was signing the funding compromise hashed out by members of Congress.
That deal gives far less funding than the president had wanted to fund building of his border wall. President Trump working to build the wall one way or the other, using executive power to dip into other pools of funding for Pentagon and military construction.
I could do the wall over a longer period of time. I didn't need to do this, but I'd rather do it much faster. And I don't have to do it for the election. I've already done a lot of wall for the election, 2020. And the only reason we're up here talking about this is because of the election. Because they want to try and win an election, which it looks like they're not going to be able to do. And this is one of the ways they think they can possibly win, is by obstruction and a lot of other nonsense.
The president admitting today he expects a court challenge. California's governor saying his state plans to do just that.
Now, with this deal in place, we sent WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Blake Stevens to see just how East Tennesseans feel about all of this. Blake is joining us in the newsroom, so tell us what you heard today.
Well, guys, you know, I've heard that expression, there's more that unites us than divides us. I've heard it many times. Well, that was certainly true for the people I spoke to today. Democrats and Republicans agreeing the government should be open and there is an immigration issue looming over the country. They also agree this issue does not merit a national emergency. People pack Wright's cafeteria every day for the fried catfish, the sweet tea, and the homey feel. Betty Miller comes to talk with friends.
We'll talk about the men's basketball team and how bad the women are doing, but the softball team's doing good.
Today, I talked to her table about the president's decision to sign a budget, keep the government open while declaring a national emergency to get money to build a border wall. She's glad the government is staying open, but doesn't see a national emergency.
It could be a hurricane or something like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, war, you know, if Cuba or somebody, you know, Iran, somebody attacked us.
Betty does think we have a problem with illegal immigration. It's been on her mind since the tragic wreck that killed 22-year-old Pierce Corcoran on Chapman Highway.
That's the thing that started it, you know, and I mean, it really hit home when the boy got killed in the wreck.
Her friend Jean Irwin agrees.
And for illegal immigrants, we don't like them over here. They need to make it right. When I was a little girl and growing up, I've always tried to do the right thing and obey the rules, and I think they should too.
Larry DeMarcus is a Democrat.
He just can't say, well, I'm going to declare a national emergency and take it from here and take it from there. You know, he's going to weaken us in different places just so he can get his Trump memorial wall.
He believes something should be done to curb the immigration problem in the United States. He even sees it as an emergency, but he doesn't believe President Trump's approach is the right one.
I personally have lost faith in both parties. They're not doing their job. It's my gang against your gang kind of thing up there. There's not another patriot up there I've seen in a long time.
While the president currently facing the court of public opinion, he'll likely be facing actual court soon. The president acknowledging that he'll most certainly be challenged by the federal court system soon.
And we will have a national emergency, and we will then be sued, and they will sue us in the Ninth Circuit, even though it shouldn't be there. And we will possibly get a bad ruling, and then we'll get another bad ruling, and then we'll end up in the Supreme Court, and hopefully we'll get a fair shake, and we'll win in the Supreme Court.
Law professor Stuart Harris about this. He agrees this could be decided in the Supreme Court. The real challenge facing the president, he says, is convincing the courts that this is an actual emergency.
All the evidence that I've seen suggests that there is no crisis at the border, that these caravans are not attacking us. There is no military emergency. It's not like the Korean War. It's not like World War II. It's not like the Whiskey Rebellion. In fact, the data indicates that border crossings have gone down over the past couple of years.
And although the Supreme Court is mostly conservative, Harris predicts this will get struck down because he says the court is firmly against things like executive overreach. Harris also said Congress could vote to condemn this national emergency. So guys, this fight is long from over.
Oh yes, clearly it is. Blake, thank you so much. And we want to let you know, everyone, lawmakers from East Tennessee from the same party coming down on different sides of this vote.
Yeah, Representative Phil Rowe supports the bill and the president's effort to fund the wall. Congressman Chuck Fleischman was part of the committee that negotiated the deal, but Congressman Tim Burchett voted no. In fact, Burchett sharing a picture of the more than 1,000-page bill last night, asking how he's supposed to read it all in just 12 hours and worried about what he has described as pork in the bill.
$65 million on studying the salmon. Man, you could go to the Red Lobster and study it for $12.95. That's ridiculous. $60,000 in there for, I think it was for the Secretary of Transportation to have parties. Nothing to do with it. We didn't do anything. Just spent your all's money. It's a disgrace.
All right, ABC World News tonight with David Muir. We'll have a national wrap-up of the vote, the emergency declaration, and what comes next. That's at 6:30 following WATE 6 on Your Side News right here at 6.